right, Richard Southern is here for our first interesting stories chat of the year. And we're starting off with those who might be looking for a new job. What's the key to landing a new job? Apparently, it depends on what you bring and don't bring to an interview.
You got to nail the interview, right?
Of course.
And you know what the younger candidates are doing now? The Gen Zs, they're called.
Okay.
You know, the new graduates?
Yep.
They're bringing mom and dad to the interview.
Interesting approach.
I kid you not. This is, helicopter parenting. This is a whole new level in helicopter parenting, apparently. New survey of employers found that they said 18% of recent college and university graduates, that's 1 in 5, showed up with a parent at the job interview.
Oh, just for support? Like, were they actually in the room?
They were in the room, they're trying to help out.
Okay.
It's a little weird, though, and the employers are not liking this so much. It's one of the reasons why, apparently, companies are shying away now from new graduates, looking to hire older people instead. They said 53% of employers surveyed found that recent college and university grads struggled with eye contact during the interviews as well. 50% asked for unreasonable compensation, and 47% didn't dress appropriately. Now, personally, I wouldn't mind bringing my mom to the job interview because I struggle with these questions like, what are your weaknesses?
Right.
Where do you see yourself? I think mom could jump in and help me out.
You could defer to mom instead.
Yeah, mom, what do you think?
It's kind of like the phone a friend in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yes,
right,
she has a long list of my weaknesses, I'm sure.
Interesting. Okay, the U.S. government's plan to return to the moon may have hit a bit of a snag.
Yes, and there's some interesting cargo on this new unmanned vehicle that blasted off just a few hours ago from Cape Canaveral in Florida. This would be the first U.S. spacecraft, Erica, to land on the moon's surface since Apollo 17 back in 1972. But it immediately ran into trouble when it reached orbit. The private company behind this Peregrine spacecraft said it has a faulty propulsion system. It lost fuel, and there's questions about whether or not it will be able to land on the moon as planned in February. Now, NASA has paid to put some scientific experiments on this, but the lander, which is the size of a garden shed, is also carrying the remains of several Star Trek actors, including James Doohan, who played Scotty, Mr. DeForest Kelly, who played the Doctor, Mr. McCoy, and Miss Nichols, who played Uhura.
Right.
They're all on there.
Oh, my goodness.
And the DNA of JFK, the late U.S. president.
I had no idea about that.
They're all destined for the moon.
Oh,
now they might be
hopefully
stuck in
it
orbit.
lands. We'll see. Okay. And finally, I'm sure you had plenty of calorie-filled treats during the holidays. I did, of course.
Even when it's not the holidays, but that's another story for me.
Another story, right. Okay, hopefully nothing quite like this last one we're seeing right here, Richard.
This is the world's cheesiest pizza, crowned, Erica, by the people at Guinness World Records. It contains 1,001 types of cheese. French chefs made this monstrosity using 940 varieties of French cheese and 61 varieties from other countries. 2-gram cubes of cheese were cut and placed on top of the pizza base. The softer cheeses layered on top of the harder ones.
Oh, wow. You know I love cheese, but I don't know if I'd be able to get a slice of that.
You're drawing the line at the 1,000 cheese pizza?
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. Or maybe like just a little bite. Just a little bit.
That looks like Heartburn City to me.
It really does. Would you try it?
Well, I would. I'd sparingly. I need some wine with some good wine with that, I think.
Good idea. Okay, thanks, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good to be back with you. See you tomorrow.